beer and ice cream. Puberty and menopause do not, I mean, so many hormone shifts in the same house. And I have a son and I have friends who have teenage daughters who are going through this as they're going into menopause. And I know with girls, it's even a different set of circumstances. But, as our hormones shift, I watched my 13-year-old go through this. He was 13 when I'm 48, right? So it's everything shifting. Everything's moving around for both of us. And you don't recognize hormonal shifts for what they are. None of us do. It always kind of happens in hindsight. Even if you think you know what's about to happen, it's always some point later where you look back and say, maybe I could have handled that differently, or I could have said that differently. You don't recognize that your mood or your perspective has literally been colored by a physical shift. And for a lot of us, when our kids are going through that, by the time we recognize it, we're late in the game. We've already had the confrontation or the argument, or we've set a stage inside our house where things are tense or they feel wacky. And so one of the things I like to do in the book is to tell women to get ready for this stuff early, right? If your kids are going to go through puberty while you're in menopause, start that conversation. I mean, you don't have to talk to your teenage boys about menopause, but start the conversation.
Yeah, that would kind of creep them out,
I'm sure it would. But you can have conversations about conversations. I mean, I have had to find ways to say to my son, hey, today's not a real good day to talk about that, right? Or I feel angry right now. So let's wait until we both cool down and then we'll circle back to this. Or, I'm not really liking the way this conversation or this mood is going. I don't know where you're at, right? And also recognizing that the shift that they're having is the same shift that you're having. Menopause is the biggest physical transformation that any of us have gone through since adolescence. It's the only 2 times in your life when your body shifts to this degree. So yeah, it's this menopause and puberty thing is wow. It's a phenomenon. And women before us really to a large extent didn't have this. That we didn't, it's with the advancement of fertility drugs that women are having kids later, and with a commitment to career before we have kids. Right? So the number of women that are having kids, in their mid-30s, in their late 30s, into their 40s, even into their late 40s that's a new shift. It's a new cultural phenomenon. And it's something I think we need to talk about, because women might not even realize the magnitude of it. You don't see it till you're in it. At least I didn't.